next time you watch a big stadium concert, whether in the stadium or on TV, try and imagine what it takes to put an event like that together. The lights, the stage, the sound. The technical skills required are massive. And on the night, everything must be absolutely perfect. Today we talk to some of the people behind the scenes and find out how they got into this very demanding yet exciting business.
Gearhouse South Africa is a technical supplier to the live events industry, as well as doing conferences, exhibitions and the like as well.
We went to one of the concerts, me and a couple of friends, and then I asked around who did that show, and I found out it was Gearhouse. And then that's when I went there looking for work experience.
Training has always been of paramount importance to Gearhouse because what it's doing is it's actually passing on an inheritance to the youth in our industry.
I've learned the basics of everything that Gearhouse does, from staging, lighting, sound, and video as well.
Kaelo graduated from the Gearhouse Live Events Training Academy 7 years ago. He now describes himself as a full-time audiovisual engineer. I went down to the Gearhouse Academy to check it out.
And we have a new student joining us today. We started our program about 10 years ago as a full-time course, and we're training live event show-ready entry-level technician, but with a broader background and not just focus on one skill.
The successful applicant gets a monthly stipend during the one-year internship and receives a South African Qualifications Authority certificate on completion. If they are not selected to do a follow-up specialization year, they will either be absorbed into the Gearhouse operation or be free to find other work in the industry.
People hear of us by either going onto our website or through the industry or people that they know that works here, and then they come in for an interview, and then from that we select a group for the next year's training.
Last year, a friend who works at Gearhouse brought 20-year-old Sandile Zagalala the Academy application forms to fill in. Sandile lives in Freedom Park with his siblings, his uncle and his mother, who is a domestic worker. Sandile's Gearhouse stipend is the only money earned by the man in his family.
Ushuthi mayiphasa standard 10 wakhe ngo-2009 besingenamali, bengingenayo imali ukuthi angayenza something, mara sahlala ke ngasekho lutho kunya angakwenza ngoba imali bengingenayo. Bekanokuntshela ukuthi mama ngazi ukuthi kumele ngenzeni, sengidiniwe ukuhlala ekhaya. Kuze ke qhamukele leyo scholarship mayebuya ngitshela ukuthi uthola imessage efonini ukuthi kune scholarship azosithola. Sijabule kakhulu, ngijabule ngendlela emangalisayo. Ngijabule angazi ukuthi ngathini. Hey Sandile, kunini ufunda? Ngidla manje. Nakho ukudla kwakho hlanje.
Has there ever been an accident, like concerning this rigging thing? Because people are worried that this thing could fall, but you emphasize that you use 10 times the weight to hold this thing.
The big thing is that our riggers are aware of that.
Learning theory in the classroom is one thing, but nothing beats hands-on experience. I asked Joseph where the main action happened, which was at the Gearhouse HQ, just across the road from the academy.
Rigging department. This is now where I'm going to show the actual stuff that we talked about in the classroom, about the bridles and everything for rigging. This is where we put the two bridles.
Watching TV, watching the awards, you see lights moving around, music, people having fun, and you wonder how the hell do they do that thing? So when I got here, I saw all these big speakers, big lights. It really aroused my passion.
What we also do is we do a continuous rotation between departments. Like in rigging department, Kendall and his team will be involved.
HOD for rigging.
Taking them through everything.
So if you go to a show, anything you see hanging in the roof, that's what the rigging department does.
Linking the theory to the actual physical operation of the equipment
We do a couple of weeks at a time.
and the preparation before it goes out onto any of our live events.
So what are the trainees like to work with?
Them!
During the rotation, we go from rigging to lighting to audio visual. We do structures, power, because all these elements are needed to one live event.
So I see you've got a big tower going on here and people working on it. What's happening?
Yes, this is the audio tower for the relay, for the back part of the audience.
Okay. Oh, Sandy. Right bit. Kwenze njani lana? Ngibona into eziningi.
Okay, this is speakers. Well, at this point, they call them delay tower. They're all going to be taking...
What we feel is important is that someone takes in knowledge, then uses that knowledge straight away.
When we hear the guys teach us a lot, they share most of their knowledge with us.
They then also experience what it is like to be involved in a large concert type setup,
We get opportunities to come on big events like this.
and also the amount of physical labor involved as well, because it is not an industry for sissies.
The worst thing about live events, they're long hours.
We usually come back at home late, and maybe the following day you're gonna be having a class and you had been out on a gig till late last night, so you need to commit yourself to this. It depends on how much you want it.
In an industry where technology is constantly changing, it is important to stay up to date with the state-of-the-art technology. After the break, we find out how does Gearhouse actually achieve this. Check it out. Welcome back. We are still here at the Coca-Cola Park in Johannesburg, where the Gearhouse staff and its learners are busy getting ready for a big show tomorrow night. Kuzobe kufiwa.
Technology is changing continuously. We as a company try to bring the latest equipment that's available, and we try and keep the interns up to speed as we get new equipment.
One needs to keep one's finger on the pulse from a technology point of view in order to stay up with the pack.
What it has taught me, guys, it's the attitude you need to have in the industry. Understand? That's what Gearhouse has given me.
It's like one of those opportunities everyone is waiting for out there, and you're kind of lucky to have it, because when I think of it, there were like plenty of applications at Gearhouse, more than 200, and I was part of that minimum number of people, like 10, that were chosen to do this.
My dream for the future is to grow within the events industry, in terms of event management and event coordination.
For me, it's like a dream job. I'm looking forward to taking this further and building a career out of this.
What a wonderful story that shows how passion for an industry and for the people in it can inspire people to provide skills and create job opportunities. This story is not just about glamour and lights. The technicians trained by the Gearhouse Academy will be able to find jobs, provide for themselves and their families, therefore contribute to the economy of our country, at the same time providing entertainment and fun for the people. What a combination. We always inspire you to also make a difference in any way that you can in your own community. Donate your time or money, or simply share with us your story of hope via our Facebook fan page or Twitter.